The substitute function in Excel is the formula way to do the same thing that find and replace does. So just to show you a couple of examples and uses for it. So you'll see here we've got some lease details and we've entered some numbers. But when we try and add them up, you'll notice it tells us 0. And that's because my computer doesn't like having commas as the thousands separator. Now in this case we've just tried the value function just to see if we can force it. Sometimes that'll work and it'll actually turn it into a number, but other times it won't. Now if you weren't going to use a formula, you probably would have gone like this, Control H, and you would have then replaced the commas with nothing. The formula equivalent of that is substitute. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to say substitute. And it's pretty self-explanatory. It says, where's the text? I'm going to say, go look over there, please. What's the old text? The text you don't want. So I'm going to say it's got a comma. So notice inverted commas with a comma. I'm going to replace it. I want to replace it with nothing. Nothing is with 2 inverted commas. And you can actually specify an instance number if you want. In this case, no matter how many commas there are, I want them all removed. When I say OK, you'll see that looks better. Let's copy it down. So although that looks better, notice it's still not adding up. So sometimes when you use a substitute, you may have to go and do one extra step. In this case, I need it to turn into a value. And now I can perhaps use the value function. And I can say, please look at that value there. So far that's looking a bit better. Let's just see if it's adding up. Okay, you'll see it's adding up, and in fact it's been formatted in the same way as that one. So you can use your substitute function for something like that. Another use is cleaning stuff up. So for example, from our system we get the person's first name and surname, but unfortunately it's put in this vertical line in it. So ideally we just want to clean up the name. Now again, normal Excel, we've done a Control H and we would have said find that, replace it with maybe a space. Let's do it with the function wizard. We're going to do substitute. We're going to say, please Excel, look at that cell, the old text that we want to get rid of. So I'm going to put inverted commas, put a space, vertical line, space, inverted commas. I'd like to replace it with, so I want a space between the first name and surname. So inverted commas, space, inverted commas. Again, we could have an instance number, but in this case we're going to leave it as is. And immediately you can see what's going to happen, so that looks good. And you'll see very quickly we now have a better looking name. We've got rid of it. And probably more importantly, because it's a formula, next month when we get it, we just paste the stuff here, and this will automatically correct itself. So it's just a slightly more sophisticated way of doing it, rather than doing the find replace each time.